following last month's devastating Air India crash, which claimed over 270 lives. The first findings from India's Air Accident Investigation Bureau have now been released. The report reveals no major mechanical faults with the aircraft. However, it points to a critical mistake shortly after takeoff, where fuel control switches were activated, cutting power to both engines. While the investigation is ongoing, attention is now turning to the pilots. Cockpit recordings reveal a tense exchange. One pilot asked, "Why did you do the cutoff?" The other pilot denies any action, responding, "I didn't do it." This indicates a possible miscommunication between the two in the critical moments after takeoff.
On that particular aircraft, there are quite a thick toggle switch, a bit like an old-fashioned light switch, but you have to actually pull the toggle switch up with a couple of fingers against a spring and move it out of the detent and then move it into the new position. So it's not going to happen by accident. So you'd have to make it move by hand. So it's pretty much unheard of, really.
Air India Flight 171 bound for London Gatwick crashed less than a minute after departing Ahmedabad, becoming India's deadliest air disaster in nearly 30 years. The report suggests the fuel switches were turned off at a dangerously low altitude, and despite quick efforts to restore power, the plane couldn't recover in time. India's Civil Aviation Minister has urged caution, asking people to wait for the final report before jumping to conclusion.
I don't think we should jump into any conclusions on this. I truly believe we have the most wonderful workforce in terms of pilots and the crew in the whole world. I have to appreciate all the efforts the pilots and the crew in this country are putting into the aviation. They are the backbone of this civil aviation. They are the primary resource of civil aviation, and we care for the welfare and the well-being of our pilots also. So let's not jump to any conclusions at this stage. Let us wait for the final report.
The initial report clears Boeing, the maker of the Dreamliner, of any responsibility. There's no evidence suggesting issues with the aircraft itself. As the investigation continues, the aftermath of the crash remains visible in the wreckage, with families still seeking answers about the tragic events that unfolded in those final moments.